So we are sitting in a car. There's a storm in Switzerland, and the car is moving because the wind is so strong. I think forecast snow at night. So yeah, we decided to move 20 meters or so away from a tree because we were by the tree that was moving, we think maybe dangerously, and yeah, let's see how the weather develops.
Yeah. Good that we have space to move. So what does it say? I'm trying to
Say it normally.
I'm trying to learn the accent.
Manglish better.
Really? Okay lah.
No, we are checking the weather because we found ourselves in a sudden
Shock.
storm that we don't know why, because we were looking at the weather. It's not supposed to be windy today, and yeah, it says that the wind gusts up to 100 kilometers per hour, and you can really feel it because the car is moving and the rain is coming from every side. And yeah, that's why we moved our car away from the trees so that nothing falls on us, so that you can be safe.
Yeah.
And it should be so up to 11 p.m. today, so yeah, we're just waiting. So that's why some trees might not withstand this, so we prefer to stay away from here. Hopefully tomorrow it's much better. Hopefully we see some snow, but not in such extreme wind conditions.
Okay, hopefully not only tree. I mean, hopefully our car also can stand the wind, right? Up to 120, 100? 100 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. So, good morning. Look at the snow. Thomas is trying to clean the roof. It's our roof covered with snow after the whole night snowing. And thanks to our diesel heater, we are warm inside the car. And tonight we were expecting -8 degrees, and we hope everything will be fine. How do you feel living in the van in winter?
So far so good, and it's quite warm inside. So at the moment we have maybe 0 degrees outside. It should be snowing soon, and it's nice and warm inside. You can walk in a short sleeve. In our van we have 2 heating systems. We have electric and diesel. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the advantages and disadvantages of each solution. So this is our electric heater. It's quite small. That's why we like it. It's quite small, so it's very easy to pack it up, and it's also quiet. We like it. Main advantage of it is that it's very cheap to buy. Okay, this one was maybe around 40 euros, so it was not the cheapest. But normally we can get something starting from maybe 20 euro. You can already have nice heating. But the potentially worst thing about it is that you need shore power. You need an external power supply so that you can run it, because your batteries in your car will not be enough to to sustain, to give you enough juice for heating throughout the day or throughout the night. So the good thing about this particular model is that it's relatively quiet, and it has an eco mode where it uses just around 440 watt, which makes it possible even at some places that have a limit at how much current how much power they can deliver from the socket. Some campsites, they can give you only very little, only 4 amps, for example. So this particular is quite good, and also it's quite compact. It doesn't have a thermostat, which is a bad thing, and even if it had something on it, probably it wouldn't be it wouldn't be working very well, because it would not set the correct temperature. Maybe you can hear that in the background there is our diesel heater working, and because we are using our diesel heater at the moment, there is this pipe below the driver's seat of the pipe pushing hot air so we can be nice and warm. It's burning a diesel fuel. The good thing about the diesel heater that we have here is that you can use it off-grid, so as long as you have enough diesel in your tank, you have heat. So no need, for example, to buy bottles of gas, and it's relatively safe as well, unlike for example gas. Another good thing is that we can set temperature, and it's going to maintain it, so it's going to heat or even switch off, heat less, or it's going to switch off when necessary, or it's going to heat at full power just to maintain temperature to set. So now it's around 0 degrees outside. We set it to 23, and it's trying to maintain this temperature. The not so good thing about diesel heater, actually probably for many is going to be a good reason enough not to have it, is because it's a bit smelly. I mean, especially when it's starting, and when you switch it off, it's quite smelly. So probably you wouldn't want to use it when you have people around, for some neighbors at a campsite. But if you are off-grid wild camping, it could be a very good option. For the same reason, noise is also not so good for many of campsites. It can be noisy. So if you have a neighbor sleeping in a tent, this switching on and switching off could disturb them. Now we're going to show you where our heater is located, our Robusto diesel heater.
Okay. So
It's under the passenger seat in front. This is the small box. Now it's on, so you can hear the noise it's making. So this is the interior part, and then it takes the air, and the air exhaust is located underneath. You can hear the noise it's generating.
okay. Beside the 2 heaters that Thomas already explained earlier, we also have other solution to keep the temperature warm inside this home. So first thing that we use is the sunshade. As you can see, maybe it's a bit difficult because it's too bright. So we have sunshade on our windshield and both windows. Although the sunshade that we have now is from our previous car, our previous van, which is Volkswagen T5. So it is a bit smaller for this car, but it's still usable. And then beside that, we also have this curtain, these 2 curtains here in the center. It helps us also to prevent the cold air from the driving side to enter this cabin. Okay, beside the 2 curtains here, we also have curtain on our sliding door. So we think this curtain here is very important for us, because we don't have any insulation on our sliding door. As you can see, we only have plywood, small plywood on top and at the bottom, but there are still parts that exposed, the metal is exposed, so it's a bit cold. And then we find it is very important to have curtain here, especially if you want to open to walk in and out. And this curtain helps to hold some temperature inside, or to prevent the cold air from coming in from outside when we open the door in and out. On top of that, on top of the 2 curtains that I already showed you just now, we also have curtain at the back
because as you can see, we also have exposed metal here at the back, and then we don't have any proper insulation at the back. We put some styrofoam in between of the hole, but not every part of the window we cover with styrofoam. So the alternative we use is to use a blanket, and then actually we have a layer of curtain inside, but because the wind is a bit stronger recently, so we added another layer of blanket to make it slightly thicker, so it helps a little bit to keep the temperature warm, or to prevent the cold wind from outside from entering the cabin. Yeah, because as you can see, there are plenty of exposed holes, yeah, here. So yeah, that's what we did to help us beside the two heaters. So that's what we do to help us to keep the temperature inside. Yeah.